friends, yesterday we heard Paul said in 2 Corinthians 5 verse 20 that we are ambassadors of Christ. And when we as followers of Christ are ambassadors of Christ, we need to live our lives like Jesus. He came full of truth and full of grace. But unfortunately, we said that sometimes we as Christians can create some common barriers that actually stand between the real Jesus that we read in the Bible and people's false impressions of Him that's been created by these barriers. So let me name two of these common barriers. Condemnation. Philip Yancey often asks people he meets what they think of Christians. And the answer he hears, with very little exception, is that Christians are judgmental, they are intolerant, they are this holier than thou people. And we said yesterday also about the study by Tom Rainer. So Tom Rainer, in the study he also said the following, and some of the responses from non-Christians, saying the following: Christians are against more things than they are for. It seems to me that Christians are mad at the world and mad at each other. They are so negative, they seem so unhappy. I have no desire to be like them and stay upset all the time. And if we are serious about being Christ's ambassadors, we must really humbly own the fact that there might be many people that believe that Christians dislike them. They might experience Christians being intolerant and acting with condemnation towards them. And so we need to reorientate people's perception of Christianity, and especially reorientate people's perception of Jesus Christ Himself, because we portray Jesus Christ to a non-believing world. And so the second stumbling block that there could be is separation, condemnation, and then separation. Many Christians want to separate themselves and their children from people and things that are considered secular and bad and evil. And I'm not saying that we should just be unwise in what we expose ourselves to and get involved to, and our children. But A.W. Tozer said, there's no separation between sacred and secular. All of life is sacred. And however, as Christ's ambassadors, I believe we must resist this us against them mindset. We must not do, or we must do everything possible to become friends with as many non-Christians as we can. And again, in the study by Tom Rainer, one of the responses was, I would like to develop a friendship with a Christian. I'm really interested in what they believe and how they carry out their beliefs. I wish I could find a Christian that would be willing to spend some time with me. And so, friends, it's helpful to look at Jesus' life and look at Jesus in this regard. In Luke 15, in the first 2 verses, says that all of the sinners made it a habit of hanging around Jesus. They wanted to be near Jesus. They wanted to hear what Jesus had to say. And in the meanwhile, it was the religious people who were accusing Jesus of being a glutton, a drunk, and a friend of sinners. And we know that these accusations against Jesus were false. However, Jesus, He was unashamedly a true friend to the lost people, to the seeking people who were desperately seeking Him for direction and purpose in life. But they were strangers, these people, they were strangers to the religious communities of the day. So friends, as Christ's ambassadors, we need to be true friends. Not only to those who look like us, but also to be true friends to those that are also non-Christians, and to be true ambassadors and show them the love and the grace and the truth of Jesus Christ. May you have a blessed day.